Hi everyone, Steve Curry here, and I thought I'd give a little Monday morning pep talk on the week where we launched the 11th season of the Winnipeg Poetry Slam, the second season of the Winnipeg Spoken Word Festival, and our first year of running this all as the Winnipeg Poetry Project. And it's been a super exciting weekend for the project. We met with the planning committee, we set our first schedule for the year, and we're starting to look at our budget, which preliminarily shows that after all of our shows, all of our workshops, all of our tours, we have a budget of about $80,000, an order of magnitude greater than anything we've accomplished before. So it's incredibly exciting. And I'm so happy that I get to work with these two committees whose goal is to keep a long-term overall view of the project from now until when we host CFSW in 2016. And I'm grateful for that because that sort of long-term thinking does not come at all naturally to me. I'm so myopic when there's a show in front of me. It's all I can think about. It's what I pin my hopes and dreams on. And when it's over the next day, success or failure, I have to torturously pull myself back up. It's like jet lag and whiplash until I can set my sights on the next show and get excited about that. Probably not coincidentally, this is exactly how all my relationships go as well. Okay, so when I write a poem, the first three words I put into any journal are, make something beautiful. And if I'm unable to figure out how to do that on that given day, I'll just think about those words until they go around in my head and lose all meaning and I have to go take a nap. But this morning, they do seem to mean something. Not just for a 3-minute poem, but for the full 1-2 year season that I'm going to be working with this project. Because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make something beautiful. And not just beautiful, but innovative and experimental and daring. And of course, that means that we are looking at 20 failures before any success. I mean, we're a first-year company dealing in an art form which is itself in its infancy, or at the very least its toddlerhood. We're going to be playing open mics to just the bartenders. We're going to be bringing in features so bad you're going to wonder why you sent them to nationals 3 times. But at the end, we might also have the best poetry scene in the country. Now, our board of directors is working on getting the very best people to run everything on the ground. Our directors are looking out there in the wider poetry landscape to bring in the best people to inspire you, to delight and entertain you. But the real work, the real people that we have to connect with are the people, you, who are going to be at our shows, attending our workshops, supporting us at the day-to-day show level. That's why I wanted to talk to you. Because it's you guys who are going to have to look out into a blizzard and decide whether or not you want to attend those open mics. It's you guys who are going to have to decide if struggling to write a poem is worth your time when Netflix and beer are so available and cheap. And it's you guys who, with me, are going to have to pull yourself up after even the worst shows and set your sights on the next ones. Now, this isn't like a desperate call to arms, and I'm not saying that you have to attend every show and pay every ticket or the whole thing's going under. It's not like that at all. Believe me, I know what it's like to live in this city and be cold and tired and broke and burnt out and miserable. I know. So I'm not asking for that. What I'm talking about right now is your consideration. To consider at the start of each week what this community can do for you, what you can do for this community, if you want to be all Kennedy about it. Consider what you want to build into this art form, into this community, into this city, really, because somehow that's the business that we find ourselves in. There's a great phrase going around, and I hear it especially in spoken word scenes, called holding space. And the idea is that the community gathers together. I always picture them holding torches, and they're creating a space for a performer to say their piece. And it's an incredible metaphor. I love it. It's so beautiful. It's like they're creating this moment, this one-time opportunity for a piece to be shared before time and circumstance carries that opportunity away. I love it. But that's not what we're doing here in Winnipeg. We're not holding space. We're carving it out from the unyielding, often frozen city that we live in. And every show that you do make it out for, every friend you introduce to poetry for the first time, every workshop that you teach or attend, every poem you find the courage to write or the compassion to applaud for, all of this, it's another swing of the hammer. It's another crack in that bedrock, and it leaves a little more space for our starlight to fall into. Okay, that's all from me this morning. Our next show is December 4th at the West End Cultural Center. It's the Winnipeg Indies, sending our poets to Vancouver. I would love to see you all there. Till then, live life poetically.